The Onyx range from Illegear has always been known to be a great value all-rounder gaming laptop. The new Onyx NX is no exception. With a starting price of under 5,500 ringgit, this is a machine that you won't want to pass on. Let's check it out. The Onyx NX has a beautiful 16-inch display in a 16:10 aspect ratio. There are two display configurations to choose from, but either one will give you an amazing viewing experience. Despite having very thin bezels, they've still managed to include a fairly decent webcam. I don't know about you guys, but I think that this is the best webcam that they've put in a laptop so far. Moving further down is the keyboard and trackpad. Now let's address the elephant in the room. This is a membrane keyboard. However, there is a surprisingly decent amount of key travel that makes the typing experience quite enjoyable. Another thing to note is that the keyboard only supports a single zone RGB and it's not that bright. Doesn't really matter to me, but it might for you. The glass trackpad on the other hand has been excellent. It has a very premium feel and the tracking is accurate. No complaints at all. Now let's take a look at the insides. The unit that Illegear sent over comes with a 13th Gen Intel Core i7 CPU and RTX 4070 GPU, 16GB of DDR5 memory and a 1TB M.2 NVMe SSD. Besides that, you also get to see the two fans, heat pipes, an extra M.2 NVMe slot, Wi-Fi card, dual 2W speakers and a high capacity 62Wh battery. In terms of I/O, the trend of never needing a dongle for Illegear laptops continues. On the right side, you have two USB 3.1 Type A ports and a full-size card reader. On the left side, you have the other USB 3.1 Type A port and your audio input and output. Lastly, at the back, you have a mini DisplayPort 1.4, USB Type-C, HDMI 2.1, Gigabit Ethernet, and a DC power input. Now, usually this is the part I run some benchmarks, but this time I want to focus more on my real-world usage of the Onyx NX. You can only tell so much from these synthetic benchmark numbers and it gets much more irrelevant considering that my Onyx NX will be configured differently from your Onyx NX. So with that being said, let's jump into everyone's favorite first-person shooter, Valorant. This is a game that has been designed to rely more on the CPU instead of the GPU. Thankfully, we have a 13th Gen Intel Core i7 CPU which crushes this game even at the highest graphics settings possible. I was easily hitting over 200 frames per second, ensuring a very smooth gameplay. The next game is Forza Horizon 5, a notoriously GPU-heavy game. With the graphics at the ridiculously extreme preset, the RTX 4070 impressively managed to sustain an average of above 100 frames per second. Although not everything is as perfect as it seems, I do have one issue with this laptop. All this performance in such a compact body means that there's gonna be a lot of heat that needs to be exhausted out. You see where I'm going? Have a listen. It gets pretty loud. I measured with a sound level meter and it was at 43 decibels in the game lobby and 53 decibels during the actual gameplay. I think it gets loud enough to distract your gaming experience if you're not using any earphones or headphones. You can definitely adjust the fan speeds, but it's a fine balance between having a quiet laptop at the expense of potentially sacrificing the game performance. But do take what I say with a pinch of salt because what I have is a pre-production model and some things such as the drivers have yet to be optimized. So besides gaming, I've also enjoyed writing and web browsing on the Onyx NX. If that's all I'm doing for the day, I can confidently leave the charger behind because the 62Wh battery has no problem lasting the whole day. Alright, let's wrap things up. Generally, I don't have any major complaints about the Onyx NX other than the fan noise under heavy usage. If you've got the extra cash and want to upgrade your gaming laptop without going too overboard in price, like 7,000 to 8,000 ringgit and above, this is a great laptop to consider for that 5,000 ringgit price range. But don't limit your usage to just gaming. This laptop excels in productivity work thanks to its taller display aspect ratio. If you're interested in purchasing the Illegear Onyx NX, check out the links below. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!